Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. So did you register in that thing that I sent in the group? There was this workshop in Nipper. I sent you the link last time. That it was done yesterday.
No, sir.
Okay.
I saw it, but I didn't do it.
Okay. So from next time, if you
So,
see,
sir,
yes.
like it was compulsory or what? Like
No, it was not compulsory. I
So-
just wanted you to take that opportunity because that Nipper, it's like it's a central institute, right? So if you have
okay,
if you have a certificate from there, then later in your career it will be useful. That's why I wanted you to take the opportunity. So from next time, if you get such opportunities, don't miss it. You just have to register and just be online, and for that you will get a certificate. Plus you'll get to hear from many eminent personalities. So there was nothing to lose in that. So next time, try to grab that opportunity. You know about Nipper, right? Do you know Nipper?
yes, sir.
Okay. So it's for like for engineering, there is IIT. For us, there is Nipper. Okay. So I mean, I'm
Okay.
just comparing the standard. Okay. It's the ultimate like goal for most people, and then like there are a very limited number of Nippers in all over the country. So in Northeast, we have only one, that is here in Guwahati. So grab any opportunity that you get from there. It will be good.
Okay, sir.
They have. I think you are aware of all those like courses and all over there. They have MS there.
Yeah, I heard about that, sir.
Not MPharm, it's MS over there.
Yes.
It's all related to research and all, and like just to get there, it's a very hard. You have to work hard a lot. Like you have to crack GPAT, and after that you have to crack their entrance also. So 2 steps if you want to go there. And over there, like if I don't know, you just visit the campus once, so you might feel a little bit motivated. Like the campus and
Sir,
all
like
over.
if we
Yes.
Sir, if we like crack GPAT and again if we like and crack the entrance examination there,
Yes.
the opportunity scale rises, right?
Obviously,
Like if we can
because there are very limited number of graduates from there, so obviously it will be on another level. You will not be visible in the general area. You will be out somewhere.
Okay.
It is a totally different world.
So we can earn a lot of money if we graduate from there, isn't it?
That thing will not even come to your mind. You'll be thinking about what research or whatever work you were doing, because that thing will be already given sufficiently, so you'll not even think about it. or you'll
Oh
not have to
wow.
think about. You'll not have to think about it.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said like at least the comparison. I mean,
Yeah, but definitely if the standard is this much high, then the examination will be also, tough.
yes, 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 it is. It is.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. So we were talking about natural sources, okay, of fresh water. Let's come back to EVS. Then under this, we studied about surface water, and under this, the first one was river, lakes, and ponds. Okay. The third one is going to be streams. So last time we had talked about this rivers and lakes and some classifications we had done. We'll talk about streams today. Okay. So streams, obviously, you already know what it is. So the main source of water over there is precipitation. Okay? So precipitation, it can be rain as well as snow, and to some extent, even this groundwater, okay, or subsurface water. It is also called. Not it is also called. It is a little bit different again. So though that may be the source of the water in streams. Okay, first is precipitation, that will include snow and rain, and then groundwater or subsurface water. Okay, so we can write that derives its water from precipitation. In the form of rain or rain or snow. Okay. Now, some important roles that it plays is, first is, obviously it has a role in the water cycle. That was first. Second, um, the recharging of groundwater. So there also it has roles. And then the third is in the role of migration of um, certain organisms, certain species, like but in major cases, the migration of fish. Okay, many species of fish, they rely on streams. Okay, so uh, roles include, what does it include? Uh, Role in water cycle. Water cycle, that is first. Then we have charging of groundwater. Charging of groundwater. And third is migration corridors for um, many species, of wildlife slash wildlife and fishes. Migration corridors are many species of wildlife and fishes. Apart from fishes, there are various other wildlife animals we can call, like let's say aquatic ones like or amphibians, like certain species of frogs. Then we have salamanders. Yeah, I hope you're aware of what salamanders are.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so they're like lizard. You must be aware. They're like lizards. Okay, they're amphibians. Okay, so they have this great role in their migratory path. Okay, and regarding salamanders, they are very many studies are being carried out on salamanders. Why? Because they have this very um, not only salamanders, but there are majority of reptiles and amphibians. They have this ability, but particularly salamanders, they have this strong ability to grow back their organs. Okay, so if they have lost a limb, or if any uh, part of their body or their organs अगर damage हो जाता है, damage और कोई उसका कोई limbs या something, if they have lost, they have this strong ability to grow it back. So why so much research is being carried out on salamanders? Because not salamanders, it's salamanders. Okay? So because if in the field of medical science, it will be of great use if we can grow organs. Obviously, now we have the technology to grow um, organs, mostly from I don't know if you're aware of which cells. Can you say from which cells we can grow back almost all organs?
No idea, sir.
Have you heard of stem cells?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay. So yes, so like they said that if when you were young, when you were in the womb, if stem cells are collected and kept, then in future, if you have any organ disorder, then or any organs lost, it can be grown back using that particular stem cells. It is these are things that are undergoing a lot of research now. Okay, but it is possible, but then practically doing it is a little bit challenging even till now. So that's why it is not gained wide popularity till now. Okay, so yes, from where did it came? Yeah, migration corridors. Okay, so they act as migration corridors, and regarding this migration corridors, it also acts as migration corridors for many invasive species. Okay, invasive species that did not belong to a particular area, and they cause threat to the original species of that particular area. For example, like I'll talk regarding in terms of fish. Okay, in many American countries, there's this fish, Asian carp. Okay, Asian carp. If I, it's not exactly that, but then like the fish, raw fish that we have here, raw fish here. Okay, so this raw fish in North America, they are considered as invasive species. Okay, because they are very vicious, and so what they're doing is now over there they're hunting and they're fishing and they're getting rid of all this Asian carp. It's called Asian carp as much as possible because they are causing threat to the original fish species back in the uh, states. Okay, I mean America, not America. So this Asian Asian carp fish. Okay, then one more fish is there, the uh, snakehead snakehead fish. Yes, snakehead fish. That is also an invasive species. Not here, over here it is natural, but in many parts of the world, somehow they got introduced in those countries. Okay, maybe someone brought them as a pet. Okay, or what happens is that many people bring it to keep them in aquarium, and later they just release it in the natural waters, and later they breed so fast that they just take over the entire area. Okay, so that this snakehead fish locally we call here that solmas. Okay, very big, very aggressive. Okay, so these are also invasive species in other countries. Okay, so they are also helping in migration of those invasive species as well. Just to mention that I said all this. Then regarding this streams and all, you must have seen in Japan, the water that flows nearby road in canals and all, the water is so clear, and then they have this very colorful species of fish that swims around in these canals. I don't know if you have heard about it. Koi fish, colorful. You must have seen it either in Facebook, YouTube, or anywhere else. Red and very beautiful. Okay, very colorful fish. Okay. So regarding the types, okay, regarding the types, they have perennial. Okay, single perennial streams. Okay, so perennial streams, these are those streams which they flow continuously throughout the year. As I said, that most of the streams are dependent on rain or snow. So obviously, if there is no rain, then some streams they might not flow, or they will not get any source of water. But this, in case of perennial streams, they continuously flow throughout the year, because such streams may have their source from rain as well as underground water. Okay, so they flow throughout the year. Okay, and non-perennial streams are those that do not flow throughout the year, and they are they are dependent on precipitation, and they only flow during or immediately after precipitation occurs. So they flow during and immediately after precipitation. Okay. This was about streams. Okay, now we'll come to estuaries. Okay, not estuaria. Okay, estuaries. Estuaries. So we are all aware, okay, that the rivers, streams, okay, ultimately flow hota hai. Ultimately they end up kahan pe khatam hota hai? In the sea. Okay, the fresh water, or the water from rivers and streams flow hota hai, and ultimately kahan jata hai? Sagar mein, or in the sea. Now the exact point, there must be some point where the fresh water from, or the water from rivers, they meet the sea. There must be some point. So that point where the um, the fresh water and the saline water of the sea, they meet. Okay, so that place we call it as estuaries. Okay, and this place, obviously their salinity is different. It is less saline than the seawater, and then but again little bit more than fresh water. Okay, um, And the water over there, okay, it is called as brackish water. We call it as brackish water, okay. So you must have heard these terms, brackish water, brackish waters, okay, especially in news and all, okay, brackish, and the sea was flowing over brackish water, something like that. You must have heard. Okay. And a lot of fishing activities also happen in this kind of area. They call it brackish waters. So a lot of fishing activities also happen. That's why it's always in the news. Okay. So water of all streams and rivers end up in the sea. Okay. So estuary is the place where freshwater joins the saline water. And as I said, the water here is called brackish water. Okay, so the water here is called brackish water. Okay, and so means having more salinity than fresh water. Okay. Now, regarding the salinity, okay, so this seawater, normal seawater, okay, the salinity is about 35 grams per kg. So if you take 1 kg of seawater, 1 kg of seawater, or like one liter of seawater, okay, but more accurately we will say it in terms of kilograms, okay, or in terms of weight, okay, not in terms of volume. So 1 kilo of seawater if you take, and if you would evaporate all the water, 35 grams of salt will be obtained. So that is the amount of salt that is present in seawater. Okay, but if you have heard about this, there's this this lake called Dead Sea. Okay, Dead Sea. You must have heard Dead Sea. It lies between Jordan and Israel. Okay, Jordan and Israel. It's a lake about. I'm not sure about the area because it is shrinking. As far as I know, it is shrinking. So 650 kilometers or something like that. Okay, I'm not very sure about the area. So in Dead Sea, okay, so Dead Sea, why it is called Dead Sea? Because the amount of salt or the salinity of those waters are so high that no organism कोई भी survive नहीं कर सकते वहाँ पे. That is why it's called the Dead Sea. So the salinity of the water of Dead Sea is 9.5 times higher than the normal seawater. 9.5 times. So so if you take 1 kilogram of water from Dead Sea, 1 kilogram of water from Dead Sea and evaporate it, then about 352 grams of salt will be obtained. So you can see how high the salinity is. Okay, and if you have seen it in TV or in your phone, then clips of people swimming in Dead Sea, so they can float very easily. If you dive in Dead Sea, then you will start to float because it is much more dense as compared to normal water. density, because of the salt content. So you will easily float. But then there is also many cases where people die in Dead Sea. Okay, how they die is that they will not drown. Okay, they will not drown, but sometimes many people get panic. So the figure is that, I think, as far as I know, okay, this year or last year, around 10 people died in Dead Sea. How? Because they go into the water, they get panic, and they gulp the water from the sea. So they mostly die from that, because the what salinity level is so high, it immediately uh, cause many issues in the body. Like, obviously kidney failure will be one if you gulp water from there. Okay, so yes, uh, it has been given a proper name. It is Dead Sea. Okay, because nothing can survive over there. So as I said all this because I wanted to I was talking about this salinity, and okay, it's not related. Um, and this estuaries, okay, estuaries, they are this place, they are very biodiverse in nature. Okay, biodiverse in nature because the amount of nutrients present in this area in estuaries, okay, the amount of nutrients present, it's very high. And the many fish species, okay, they depend on estuaries to spawn or to reproduce. Okay, so seasonally many fish species, they migrate to this place only to reproduce. Okay, so that's why it also plays a very big role in the biodiversity of many of the ocean. Okay, now not only fish species, okay, many species of migratory birds, okay, migratory birds, they also rely on estuaries. Okay, because there is usually there's a lot of fish and other ocean life over there. So obviously these migratory birds, they come over, or they have a feeding frenzy. We call it feeding frenzy over there. Okay, what khana milta hai wahan pe. And then those are one thing. And one very this that hilsa fish, Ellis fish, they also mostly come in search for estuaries. Okay, they breed in estuaries. Okay, so I'll just write it, the mixing of seawater and freshwater provides high levels of nutrients in the water column and sediment, making estuaries the most productive habitat in the world. Okay. Okay, so many fish, they come and breed here, and I think I am aware the breeding of fish. Okay, it's called as spawning. SPAW, spawning, SPAW, spawning. Okay, so spawning is the process where the females, okay, if females fish, okay, they lay the eggs. Okay, so the method of reproduction of fish is different from other species. The female fish will lay all the eggs, and then the male fish will later fertilize those eggs by releasing its spermatozoa. Okay, so that is how externally the uh, eggs are eggs of this fish are fertilized. Okay, and this fish eggs, okay, they contain certain fats and oils, okay, inside them. Okay, so the young fish inside this egg, they feed on this deposit of fats and oils, and then they not mature, they mature enough to get out of the eggshell. Okay, so that is how this process works. So spawning, okay, it's not required. Now very famous example of, okay, famous example of estuaries in India is the Hooghly estuary. Okay, any idea where it can be from the name? Can you guess? Hooghly. Okay, there will be 8 here. Yeah, I don't have much time. It's in West Bengal. Okay, Hooghly estuary in West Bengal. Okay, so here the most famous or a very popular product from this Hooghly estuary is the Elish fish. Okay, Elish fish, and it also has this Sundarban mangroves are also in this area. Okay, so this is an example for that. Okay, then still here, surface water sources are over, and then we'll talk about groundwater in the next time. Okay, so
Okay, thank you.
so is there anything you want to know or ask, koi bhi?
No, sir.
What about Mohibul?
No, sir.
Clear? And Wazira?
No, sir.
I don't see you often. Why don't you come online? Or you feel like this is boring? This will be very boring, but I'm trying to make it not as boring as possible by giving some extra inputs. I don't know. I'll see if I'll try my best to make it not boring. Okay.
Sir,
Okay.
only 3 students are attending.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. So I don't know. Maybe they're not interested.
Yeah, it seems like I and Mohibul only join every time.
Yes. Mohibul and you, yeah, you're very regular in this sense. I mean, in this class.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
We'll see you next time. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.